Well, goddamn, they got me again. I did not think I was going to enjoy Smile 2, but they got me. Just like Smile 1 that I thought was going to be a low-grade horror movie, it ended up being an incredible experience. Smile 2 that I wasn't really looking forward to and at the beginning didn't really like, ended up being just as incredible. The movie starts off where the last one ended, and Joel, the ex-boyfriend from Smile 1, is attempting to destroy the curse before it can kill him. Unfortunately, it does end up killing him. We get a pretty crazy action scene, and Joel ends up being hit by a car. The blood splatter from the accident creates a smile, and you are hit with the opening credits. Get ready for Smile 2. We are watching our new lead character named Skye, played by Naomi Scott, who seems to be a mix of Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, and Ariana Grande. Unlike our previous protagonist, who was just an ordinary woman, this character is a famous pop star who is overworked and recovering from an addiction problem. Now, this movie doesn't get into the scares as quickly as the original. It's a little bit slower. It's giving you the backstory of this new character and the people in her life, her over-controlling mom. At first, I didn't think that Naomi Scott was as strong of an actress as Sosie Bacon, the protagonist from the original film, but I was sorely mistaken. One of the main plot points of the movie is the main character reconnecting with a friend named Gemma, who she kind of betrayed and mistreated. And when Gemma comes back into her life, I was getting a little bit bored until we get our first crazy jump scare. Director Parker Finn has proved that he is the master of the fake out and the jump scare. That was the moment I was going to check out until the jump scare reeled me back in, and now things are accelerating. Our main character is seeing things and receiving texts from someone who claims to know what she's going through. This time around, we get a little bit more background on the demon. Since we already know how it works from the previous movie, we get a little bit of lore and the potential to kill it. She meets someone whose brother was a victim of the same demon, and he claims that if he stops her heart just long enough to get rid of the demon, he can bring her back to life and the curse will be over. This movie basically confirms that people who experience something traumatic are more susceptible to the demon and more likely to have it feed off of its brain. They describe it as a parasite, and I think that was the perfect analogy because people who are already traumatized have more that the demon can feed off of. Skye was previously in a car accident with an actor who might look a little familiar to you because he has a famous father who is also in one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. I'm so glad we'll get to keep Jack Nicholson's face in the world. The demon really pushes the limits. In the previous movie, it didn't really do all that much. I mean, it did kill the protagonist's cat, but in this movie, things are taken a step further and it actually kills the protagonist's mom. Or so we think. After Skye realizes that the demon has framed her for killing her mom, she escapes, and her friend Gemma, who is now back into her life, agrees to drive her to this guy who claims he can kill the demon for good. And we get a crazy scene in the freezer of a Domino's or a Pizza Hut. This is the room where they're supposedly going to kill off the demon, but as it turns out, the demon has been stronger than ever. We get a crazy, horrific scene. Skye is face to face with a version of her who survived the car accident, who is actually the demon. And at the end of all of it, we find out none of this happened. She never reconciled with her friend Gemma. She never killed her mom. And she never drove to Staten Island to try and get this guy to kill the demon for good. And now she's in front of a crowd of hundreds of thousands of fans. And as we know, once the demon gets you, it makes you off yourself in front of somebody. But in this case, the demon is going to get the opportunity to traumatize hundreds and thousands of fans. This fake out was really painful because just when you think there's a chance for the demon to be defeated, the movie lets you know that no, not only is the demon not going to be defeated, but it is going to become possibly more powerful than ever. Any of you who have seen the movie, do you have any theories about what happens now? Is everybody susceptible to the demon? Because I was under the impression that it could only possess one person at a time. Skye offs herself in a pretty horrific way using her microphone, and that is the final shot of the movie. Let me tell you, this movie really surprised me. If you cannot wait for horror movies to pick up the pace, then you might not enjoy it, or you'll feel a little impatient
Remember
towards the
Louis
beginning.
Fergoli?
But for me, the
school.
creepiness factors and the jump scares and the bruh moments are totally worth it. There was a certified bruh moment in this movie, let me tell you. It's pretty difficult to predict where exactly this movie is going, and if you haven't seen it, I really recommend it, especially while it's in theaters. This one's a lot more psychological than the original. I feel like you get much more into the main character's head, so if you're more interested in movies like that, you might like it even more than the first one. We'll see if Smile becomes a bona fide franchise like Saw or Paranormal Activity. I think that would be amazing. I would totally be down to watching a Smile 3. But now I want to know, did you see Smile 1? Are you planning on seeing Smile 2? Have you already seen Smile 2? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, thank you for watching.